Hello, my name is Sheila Whitehead. I'm here today to discuss social media security concerns for today's users. Welcome. I'm excited to talk to you about the findings from the research proposed by technical training partners to understand what are the issues today for its users and its clients for social media security concerns. In this presentation, we will be looking closer at the problem of security issues with social media. We will specifically be looking at the vulnerability created by the user. Today, the user must understand and look to learn from current reported issues for warnings and be prepared for future negative impacts. Some of the sharing of information today could lead to personal injury and definite negative impact. Technology Trainers is built on trust and honesty from the talents, integrity, and reputation of its partner consultants. Cybersecurity for social media is an attempt by users to keep their personal and professional information intact from attacks on the internet. Users are not always aware of those risks, and that lack of knowledge leads to an increase in cybercrimes. That increase is going up day by day. And with that, major setbacks in privacy concerns have really stalked the user in identifying itself with user credentials that are similar to saying, if I use your social media, I am trading my security of my identity of my user credentials. People settle on that decision that permit them to experience the greatest advantages, but they also, with that, minimize the expense that they're going to be liable to by not understanding the risk involved. As you can see by the social media statistics, the usage has grown immensely year over year. When we look at the real issues, we're talking about privacy concerns of the individuals in the social network that are trying to be available for friends and families and other professionals that they would like to interact with, but are being put subject to crime. Privacy after the data release and private information leakage are the two areas that we have to be prepared for. When you look at privacy data release information, that is information that could be used and subsequently released to the general public or other people. This usage of our information could be linked to other areas of information or placed out of context and could be inferred to have your information or your picture associated and shared differently than what your true intentions were. That's a true risk. Looking at the many techniques that are used today that could bring harm for social media exposure, these are some of the same functions that you use every day and rely on to get your work done. But through manipulation and focus, these same functions could cause you harm. These are simple things like hacking a picture, dragging it, snipping it, using print preview, using it in a temporary folder, or screen print. Simple thing, but the idea is to copy or connect with what you have and move it to unsafe places. So if you do not know individuals, it's best not to let them have access to your personal information. And you can prevent that. And we need to make sure we advise that. The solution? It sounds simple. Organizations should take proper security measures to be a social media cybercrime safe organization for its users and its customers. You as a leader have to set the example, providing education to your partners, your trainers, and to your customers. You have to make sure that they choose to use social media. They must choose to use it not to harm themselves or negatively identify themselves as representatives of your company. You must inform them today of your requirements and with that enable them to be successful. Will be introduced with vital statistics of social media security issues and trends. We will share some real-world examples. In a brief media presentation, we will share the vital stats and present the most commonly asked questions and answers, and open it up so our users can interact through a chat when they take the e-learning information, sharing the potential of the threat as well as their personal vulnerability if they do not take the recommended measures to secure their private information. We will provide ongoing media clips and instructions on how to manage the settings of the most popular sites and keep them updated with recommendations on how to continually review the site's position and update their information with the updates in the instructions. We will provide scheduled mass publishing of data to make sure that they on a regular basis are linked, are required to understand, and are committed with that understanding by validating their own level of SOS security. Making it work is going to take everyone, and it's going to take the users themselves, our trainers, to understand and to make our clients understand the strong password awareness, changing those passwords, and making sure that they do not disclose improper information, understanding that the day-to-day, the hours used on the computer will invite their interaction on social media, either through personal or business relations. They need to make sure that they are prepared to understand that those interactions could have consequences, and they need to be educated. In closing, I'm excited to work with technology trainers and partners, and I'm glad you have invited me here today to help your organization grow for the future. Here, we will focus and work together to continue to dive into the research, to understand what we need to do to be completely safe, and make sure that we assist you in folding those enhancements in your company's efforts together in its strategic guide for the future to continue to be safe in this global marketplace. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you on this process. Questions, please.